Hi everyone, I'm Katie and today I'm creating a bee-themed print to turn into a gold foil picture. I've been seeing a lot of gold foil stuff around the internet, and after doing some research I figured out that this is something I can do at home. So it took some time, but I ended up buying a laser printer, some gold foil and a laminator and all that stuff, and right now I'm finally at the point to start making some designs that will be turned into gold foil. For gold foil designs, I can't really add much detail or shading just because when I print it out and stuff and put the gold foil on, it'll all just be one solid color. So I decided to go with a line art of a bee that I would draw, along with some hexagon or honeycomb designs around, which while you watch the honeycomb part took the longest part to figure out in this picture. So to start with, I ended up sketching out some thumbnails and various bee poses, just because it's been a while since I last drew a bee, so I had references to look at. I ended up going with a symmetrical pose with the bee with his wings out, just because, like I said, it's my first print and I didn't want to take too long on this. Plus I figured it'd be the quickest to make using the symmetry tool in Photoshop. The pose of the bee was pretty easy for me to decide, but like I said, it took longer to get the hexagon and slash honeycomb part right. I wanted some parts to be structured and neat in place, while other smaller parts to be more spread out and random, but I'm not sure I got the random part right in the end. So I decided to make a few variations, and with the ones that I liked, I ended up posting them on Instagram and have some people help pick out which design would look best. I know there was one part where I kept going back and forth between two different hexagon designs, basically just switching up the placement of a few hexagons, which kind of drove me crazy just a little bit, but I think that's just the design side of me trying to move pixels back and forth and see which placement looks better. But in the end I was able to decide on something that I like and get to the actual lining of the bee and everything. So now that that's over, it's time to render out the bee and all the little details. This part was the easiest for me just because all the hard work is done, I have the design ready, and now all I have to do is clean up the lines. So while drawing this towards the end, I ended up making a few test prints. The small details of the black areas of the bee got lost when I was foiling it, so I ended up having to go back and redraw some parts of the bee to make sure the print quality is better in the end. Since I've never done this before, it just shows that there will be times where you just need to do trial and error till you find something that works. But now that that's over with, I think I have a good idea on how small the details can go in the black areas of this process. So that means for future designs, I should be able to get a good idea of what works quicker. I wanted to make sure this design would work in both large and small prints, basically 8.5 by 11, 5 by 7, and I think 4 by 6, all in inches. So the bigger print would be fine, but I just needed to make sure that the details would still look fine smaller, which I ended up testing, and after fixing the details of the bee a bit, I think it works fine now. One of the things I like most about gold foil is just how shiny it looks in real life. Like when you move the paper around, it shines in different ways. Plus the shiny gold foil stuff comes in different colors. So right now I only have gold, but soon I'm gonna try out silver or rose gold or blue or something like that, which I'm excited about. I think that was everything I wanted to say, so I'll just let the music carry on for a bit. So after finishing up the design and printing it, here's the finished result. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm also opening up an Etsy shop to sell this and other designs in it. It's going to come in black or white and different sizes, and might I say, it looks very shiny in person. So if you're interested, I'll have the link in the description if you wanted to check it out. I'm also going to have some pins for sale and have more products to come in the future. I hope you guys like watching this video, so bye!